Hi, my name is Lily. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going on a book buying ban, so naturally I had to buy more books first. So this is that haul. For the month of October, I'm going on a book buying ban, except I have 2 books that I will be buying when they come out because they've been my anticipated releases forever. That's Mate by Ali Hazelwood and Eli Rallow's second book. Does anyone else feel this way? Those books are already set aside from the ban, okay? And my friend Grant, if you're watching this, he's keeping me accountable. I did say that those 2 were the exceptions. Right. So anyways, recently I've been buying some books. Of course, naturally, the 2 things that drain my bank account the most are books and records. So I'm also going on a record buying ban. I recently have bought some books, so I thought I'd give you a haul of all the books that I have to add to my TBR to tide me over until at least November, but it'd be awesome if I could extend this ban through the rest of the year. That would be cool. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the haul. I'm not gonna go too in depth about most of these books because I don't like to go into my books knowing everything that's gonna happen, and sometimes I pick up a book on nothing based on purely vibes alone. Yeah, that's what a lot of these are, so I'm not gonna be talking too much in depth about any of them. Okay, the first books I have in the haul are The House on the Cerulean Sea and Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. I have been on my list forever, but Barnes & Noble just came out with these beautiful sprayed edge editions, so I had to get them. Part of it is because I've been wanting to read them forever, but also come on, it's gorgeous and it matches the cover, and then this one matches the cover, and they're just so pretty. They're so pretty and they look so good, and I had to get them. I don't really know much about this. I think they're some sort of fantasy, but I'm not entirely sure. But I'm excited to go into them knowing really nothing. Next up, I got Blue Sisters by Coco Malors. I don't really know much about this. I think Eli Rallo, who I talked about, who's releasing a book, she posted about this book, and I've seen it circulating and it looks aesthetic, so that did play a part in me wanting to get it. I think this is kind of like women's fiction or literary fiction, which I don't read a lot of, but I want to try to read more intellectual books, if you will. I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting old. I'm 22 and I feel like I should be reading more sophisticated books, so that's part of it. Okay, I say that and then the next book I pick up is the complete opposite of what I just described, but it's The Gingerbread Bakery by Lori Gilmore. This is the 5th book in the Dream Harbor series, which they're all behind me. I eat these up like candy every time. They're just so fun, and Dream Harbor is I just want to go visit this silly little town. But yeah, this one is about Annie and Mac, who are characters that have been in the series since the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and yeah, it's just a cute little romance that I will be reading around Christmas time. Then I picked up the 2nd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, Swift and Saddled, to palate cleanse all my intellectual reading. Next up, I picked up Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the sequel to One Dark Window, which I own but haven't read yet. If I really like it, which I probably will, even if I don't like it, I tend to read all the books in a series just because I don't like not finishing things, and there's only 2 books in the series, so it's not that big of a commitment. But I got it so that when I finish One Dark Window, I can just read this and I didn't have to wait for my book buying ban to be over. So yeah, this is Two Twisted Crowns, and she's kind of thick. Next up, I have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, and I haven't really talked about Colleen Hoover on here, I don't think. I've only read 3 of her books, and I know she's so controversial and I don't really like her books. However, the movie that's coming out of this does look good. Next, I picked up The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. Yeah, I know nothing about this. There's no blurb on the back, which I think is kind of nice, and it has these awesome pages, which I really enjoy. But the back says, a murder mystery locked inside a great American novel. This book is called Lost Souls Meet Under a Full Moon. The little blurb at the bottom says, Lost Souls Meet Under a Full Moon is storytelling at its finest. Captivating, cozy, and compulsively readable, this is an unforgettable page turner in which the living and the dead are given one last chance for closure. Excited to read this. And it's really short. I feel like I could lock in, and the text is pretty big too. Okay, next up I have Unnatural and Unwanted by Mia Sheridan. I don't know anything about these books. They were buy one, get one 50. They give thriller, but they're in the romance section. I don't know anything about them, and I want to keep it that way. And they have that really like matte cover that I love. I'm always here for buy one, get one 50. Okay, my next 3 books, there's a theme going on. Can you tell what it is? Oh, I feel like I might have talked about one of these in a previous video, but pretend you didn't know that. If I didn't, ignore what I said. But anyways, so first up we've got Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish. Is it giving or what? Okay, first of all, this is making me think. When I bought this book, the lady at the checkout counter was like, he reminds me of Remus Lupin. Anything for our Mooney. If you know, you know. Autumn. Her name is Autumn. Come on. I feel like I need to drink like a pumpkin chai and eat a pumpkin muffin and wear orange and spritz myself in pumpkin spray and go sit in a coffee shop and listen to the Gilmore Girls soundtrack. Next up we have If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I went on a hunt for this book. Speaking of Gilmore Girls, this is set in 1997 in Vermont, and all I know is that it's a romance and it's taken the world by storm, and it was literally impossible to get. I had to drive to a Barnes & Noble almost an hour away with traffic to pick this up because I had to place an order for pickup in store because nowhere around me had it. So excited to see what the hype is about. Last up we have Falling Like Leaves. This is another little sprayed edge moment. It's probably going to be very similar to Fall I Want based on the cover, except it feels like the roles are reversed. Like this time he's the baker / works at the shop and she's like there. All of these books have like blurbs about Gilmore Girls on the back. Oh my god, the main character's name is Ellis. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, you know. I really hope all these fall vibes get me in the spirit, you know. The next 4 books, one of them I saw like years ago and was gonna get it, but then I was like, not yet. Recently stumbled across, I don't know if it's his TikTok or his YouTube first, but Dylan Joseph, who is a book influencer. I binge watched like a bunch of his videos, and he made a mid-year freakout tag and talked about his favorites so far this year. And I bought them because they all sounded really interesting. So to start off, the first one that I had seen years ago that I thought about getting, but I wasn't sure, is On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. This feels like it's going to wreck me. And this is a literary fiction, I believe. I think most of these are, except one of them. And yeah, I'm very excited to read this and see if I like it as much as he did. Next up, I have Lie With Me by Philip Besson. This was also one of the ones that he raved about. I also feel like this one's going to destroy me. And something I'm really excited about is both of these are like teeny tiny, relatively small, which is nice because I feel like so many people recommend these like 8,000 page books, and you don't need all that to tell a good story. And I feel like these books will be evident of that. Next, I picked up Go as a River by Shelley Reed, which is also one of the books he recommended. This is also a literary fiction, I think. Maybe I found it in the romance. I don't even remember. It feels like a romance fiction type situation. I don't know. I just feel like I needed to branch out and read something that'll stick with me. And I really hope that these books do that. The last book I got from his recommendations was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I actually wanted to just get the trilogy. Like they had the trilogy of these in paperback in a box set. It said it was in stock, but they couldn't find it and I couldn't find it. So I just got the first one because they also didn't have the other ones. But yeah, I got this one. He raved about it and he raved about V.E. Schwab in general. I'm excited to read it. I hope I like it so I can read the rest of the series. It's probably good that I didn't buy the rest of the series, but if I like it, then what am I gonna do while I wait for my band to be over? But it's fine. I saved my 2 biggest books for last. First up, we have Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Would I be lying if I said I wanted this book because of the sprayed edges? No. Also, this book is a brick. It's a brick, but it's nothing compared to the brick I have next. But anyways, yeah, this book is like dark academia. R.F. Kuang is known for so many things. R.F. Kuang is known for so many books. Poppy War, Babel, Yellowface, and I haven't read any of them, but they're all on my TBR. That just never seems to end. But yeah, I picked this one up. Something really intriguing about this, the paper is like white, which is really interesting, and it feels so like smooth in comparison to like other books, which I never thought that I would like notice a difference in the color of the paper, but I did. But yeah, I think the edges are gorgeous and there's like cool drawings and stuff in the front. The inside is just like black with the School in the front. Catabasis, noun, ancient Greek. The story of a hero's descent to the underworld. Two graduate students must put aside their rivalry and journey to hell to save their professor's soul, perhaps at the cost of their own. Wait, that sounds interesting. Like, I didn't really know anything about it. I just saw the hype about it and it looked cool. So that was my next pick. And now, my final one. Now, you can tell by my shirt, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. And yet, I have not finished All the Young Dudes. And I have not read Manacled, two of the most popular Harry Potter fanfiction, which segues into my next statement, which is what I picked up, Alchemized by Senlin Yu. You know how I said Catabasis was a brick? This is even bigger. Let's compare, shall we? I thought this one was big. This one is massive. This is how I imagine half of the Throne of Glass books would be if I had the hardcover. It's so heavy, low-key. Like if I took both of these books, like I could use them as weights. That's how heavy they are. This book, first of all, why do we not get the fun paperback sprayed edges one? That's part of the reason I wanted it. Because they were so pretty. That's what first drew me to it. But then I was like, wait, what is this? Everyone was like, oh, it's the author of Manacled and she wrote a book. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me lock in. And everyone was like, this book will destroy you. So I got it. This one my mom actually got for me, which is nice because hardbacks are expensive. I already started it. I'm only like 9 pages in. I started to fall asleep because it was like 3 a.m. But it was interesting from what I read and I would like to read more, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it in a month. I already decided like it's not gonna be a book that I need to start and finish in the same month. Like it's gonna take me a while to read because it's so big. I want to finish it before the end of the year. So yeah, that was my last book in the haul. Let me count up how many books I have. 20 books in this haul. And I'm probably missing some, but this is what I got. Affirmations. I will not buy any books except the 2 that I said I could buy. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed listening to me yap about my spending problem for however long this video is. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.